get done with
The next project on the 240 is actually going to be in the rear end. So I have the axle to replace because the boot is torn. I just got a whole new axle because this axle has actually been clunking a little bit too, so now's a good time to do that. But also I'm taking apart the rear end, like the suspension arms, because I do have a bushing kit from Energy that I will be installing. You know, oftentimes people will replace these with adjustable arms. I don't like the lower budget arms, like I don't want to name brands, but there's a lot of replica parts for the suspension arms to replace them with. I've seen them fail. Oftentimes they're very cheaply made, so I'd want to get like Voodoo 13 or SPL arms. Frankly, I don't want to spend that much money right now. So right now, in the meantime, I will be just replacing the bushings in all these little arms and the rear lower control arm and the rear lower ball joint, which will not be fun, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to be going to now. And then pretty soon I'll be able to get the front bumper painted. I just want to have the axle done before I drive it to the shop and everything. So I'm sure in the future I will need to replace these arms with something adjustable, especially for like more aggressive track alignment. But for now, I haven't tracked this car in actually a really long time. It's been a few years. Or autocross. Yeah, I want to get back into doing that with this car because the Evo, I mean, I still want to track the Evo, but not as often. I want this to be more my dedicated track car because it's already stripped. It has a roll bar and everything. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now while I have the time off. I can just prep this car as much as I possibly can. And then, yeah, hopefully when tracks reopen, I will be able to drive with this car. This right here is the most clutch tool, and it really saves your life. Because it can just fit in the weirdest spots and take bolts out. I do need to put the camera down though, because I need to put a wrench on the back side of the nut so I can take this bolt out. Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. So this is happening. OEM. Where's the other one? Threw it away. Yeah, I didn't actually, but where do you think it is? Yeah, I know where it is. It has a plate mount just like that. That's funny because like 2 videos ago I said the Ronin M was too mainstream for you. And now here you are, the Ronin M of your own. You're always copying my build. Did you say it was too mainstream for you? Yeah. Why did you say that? You're always copying my build. I don't know. This is literally my job. Like copied my build. I think I want to, you know, like that head unit you had in your Miata. Yeah. Kind of want to do that here. I just have somebody do the music. So it works. Yeah. So it works. And I have a front bash bar coming. I don't know where that is. What about a rear bumper? Oh, another thing though, so these seat rails, so I put this Sparko in like 2 years ago, I think now. It's been a while. But those seat rails are from Street Faction. They're actually one piece, so it just bolts directly to the floor and then to the seat. But the Sparko seat on the other side, the seat rails, I bought them from Street Faction again, but like 2 years later, now they're 2 pieces, so the Sparko seat on that one sits like a few millimeters higher. I don't know why. Is that bad? They just have more adjustability. Oh. Well, fitting that thing in there is super hard. And one of the bolts on the seat isn't all the way tightened because I don't have an Allen key small enough to tighten it. Maybe you do. Okay. All kinds of yikes. What are we doing? There's like no smog in LA right now. I know. That blue is so blue.